Let's get something straight. For years, the world's billionaires acted like the Philippines was just Earth's giant call center. Need customer support? Send it to Manila! Need innovation? Let's call the Germans. Yeah, they really said that. But while the Mark Zuckerbergs of the world were too busy rebranding Facebook into the metaverse, RIP, one guy was quietly making moves. Elon Musk. He didn't post about it, he didn't brag, he just watched. And then made a bet no one saw coming. Oh, and by the way, welcome to Now Leo Know, your go-to place for trivia, fun facts, and mind-blowing information about everything under the sun. If you're into learning cool stuff in a fun, easy-to-digest way, you're in the right spot. Alright, back to Elon and his genius-level plot twist. And while the world kept asking, wait, where even is the Philippines? Filipino talent was quietly building apps, editing Hollywood-level videos, fixing bugs Silicon Valley engineers couldn't crack, from a beach hut with a ring light and 3 backup power banks. Starlink didn't just boost bandwidth, it flipped the narrative. No longer just remote workers, Filipinos became remote warriors, conquering global markets with nothing but grit, talent, and possibly some pantsit on the side. While Silicon Valley bros were busy chasing crypto monkeys and overpriced coffee, Elon looked across the Pacific and said, these Filipinos are insanely smart, and no one's noticed yet. So what did he do? He went full Musk mode, futuristic, bold, and a little bit crazy. Enter Starlink. To most people, it was just faster internet. To Filipino freelancers and coders, it was like unlocking Super Saiyan Wi-Fi. Suddenly, they could compete globally without their Zoom calls sounding like they were being broadcast from the moon. Here's the kicker. While the West obsessed over IQ tests and college degrees, Elon looked for something else. Grit, curiosity, innovation. You know, the stuff you can't teach with a $200,000 Ivy League degree. Musk didn't need a spreadsheet to see that Filipino engineers, designers, and tech geeks were already solving massive problems. Using 5-year-old laptops and unstable connections, that's not just talent, that's wizard-level resourcefulness. And get this, while some tech bros were busy debating over which oat milk pairs best with their $9 matcha, Filipino coders were patching up global platforms with one hand and attending a family karaoke session with the other. It's not just about skill, it's heart, hustle, and humor rolled into one. That's why when Musk saw it, he didn't just applaud, he bet big. Because in a world drowning in privilege and Wi-Fi, it's the ones who thrive through chaos that end up rewriting the game. Starlink in the Philippines wasn't about checking Netflix faster, it was about unleashing a digital army. Suddenly, freelancers landed clients in Silicon Valley. Startups pitched investors from New York. Developers built tools that went viral globally. All because Elon put satellites over a country the world forgot. And the wild part? While the rest of the world thought Filipinos were just trending on TikTok for dance challenges and hilarious memes, they didn't realize we were quietly turning into global tech gladiators. From barangay sari-sari store owners live streaming their inventory to students acing international coding competitions in between brownouts, the Philippines wasn't just catching up, we were leapfrogging. All because someone finally gave us a signal strong enough to match our hustle. Remember when the Philippines was just known for BPOs and karaoke champions? Yeah, well, now they're building AI, launching clean energy startups, and designing robots that don't just dance, they think. And while some companies are still Googling where is the Philippines, Tesla is already hiring its engineers, for real. And here's the plot twist nobody saw coming. Those same engineers, they grew up dodging typhoons, fixing Wi-Fi with a hanger, and coding in internet cafes where the aircon was optional. Resilience isn't a soft skill here, it's a survival trait. So when the world finally looked over and asked, who taught you to hustle like that? We just shrugged, pointed to our Lola's homemade merienda, and got back to work. Here's the plot twist no one talks about. The Philippines was once one of Asia's most promising economies. Manila was called the Pearl of the Orient. But then came dictatorship, corruption, traffic, and even more traffic. By the 2000s, it looked like the country had been benched in the global game, until now. But here's what they didn't expect. Resilience doesn't retire. While other countries flexed GDP charts and shiny skyscrapers, Filipinos were out here building empires from internet cafes and plastic chairs. They didn't wait for perfect conditions. They Wi-Fi'd their way through chaos. Turns out, when you've survived blackouts, brownouts, and 6 hours of daily traffic, solving global tech problems feels like a coffee break. Today, the Philippines is back, and this time it's not just playing catch-up, it's leapfrogging. Startups are booming, tech parks are expanding, and young Filipinos are building tools that make Silicon Valley look, well, a little crusty. And Musk? He's not surprised. He just got there before it was cool. Because that's the thing about Filipinos. Give them a cracked phone screen, a P100 data promo, and a deadline, and they'll build an app that saves your business and sends you a meme while they're at it. The world finally realized it's not about having the fanciest tools, it's about having heart, hustle, and a little bit of karaoke magic. And now that the spotlight's here, trust me, they're just getting started. This isn't sci-fi, it's happening. Filipino engineers are working on SpaceX satellite systems, next-gen Tesla AI, and even biomedical tech that could literally save lives. The phrase "made in the Philippines" used to mean cheap labor. Now it means cutting-edge innovation, and sometimes even space lasers. Okay, maybe not lasers, yet. But here's what they didn't expect. Resilience doesn't retire. While other countries flexed GDP charts and shiny skyscrapers, Filipinos were out here building empires from internet cafes and plastic chairs. They didn't wait for perfect conditions. They Wi-Fi'd their way through chaos. Turns out, when you've survived blackouts, brownouts, and 6 hours of daily traffic, solving global tech problems feels like a coffee break. Now the Zuckerbergs and Bezoses are panicking. Wait, there's talent in Southeast Asia? Yes, buddy, there always was. You just didn't look. They're now throwing millions trying to build in the Philippines, only to realize Musk already built the runway and took off. And guess what? While they're busy playing catch-up, pinoys are out here flexing their skills, sipping 3-in-1 coffee at 2 a.m., and closing deals with one hand while holding a karaoke mic in the other. It's not just about tech, it's about heart, grit, and that classic Bahala na si Batman spirit. The world's finally noticing what we've known all along. Filipinos don't just work hard, they work smart and make it fun. Brace yourselves, global stage. The Southeast Asian wave isn't coming, it's already here. And here's why this whole story matters. The Philippines isn't the underdog anymore. It's not the cheap alternative. It's not emerging. It's already here. Building, coding, launching. And the West? They had their chance. They blinked. Now the Philippines is leading. And Elon Musk, he's probably just sipping coffee, watching it all unfold, thinking, told you so. If that blew your mind even just a little bit, do me a favor. Like this video, drop a comment to share your thoughts, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button, because there's so much more untold brilliance in Filipino history, culture, and innovation. This channel's just getting started.